Welcome back. You're watching Today, and Women's Month is wrapping up, but we continue to celebrate those achieving extraordinary things out there. Today, I'm joined by entrepreneur and travel and tourism enthusiast Tebogo Shirindzi. She recently bagged herself an African Travel Under 40 Years award for her work in the industry. She's also the founder of CTS Travel and Tours that seeks to provide affordable holiday and travel experiences. She joins us in studio to discuss her journey. Very good afternoon to you, and thank you for joining us in studio. Before we speak about your many accolades and what you've been able to achieve for yourself and the communities around you, why tourism?
Thank you for having me, and good evening to your viewers. It started when my mother got her first timeshares. That was in 1991. I think when I went for my first holiday, it was in 1991, and I went to Sanbonani Resort. My mother got timeshares. It was traveling time. Every year we'll take holidays, and it will be very amazing, and we had a lovely time. And I used to also do that throughout the years when I was working for the Department of Health. For 10 years, every September I was out of work, up until the last day when I resigned in September 2015, and I took my package and I said, let me follow the industry, and it has been amazing. Honestly, so it has been very beautiful.
Not without its challenges, and I mean, the latest one being the COVID-19 pandemic that hit the industry quite hard. Tell us about that experience and the rebuilding that you've had to do there.
Funny, I was in a better space during COVID.
How?
In terms of, I was building. I opened my guest house in 2020.
Yeah.
When everyone the travel industry had suffered a lot, honestly.
Yes.
And my business was opening up in terms of, like, I own CTS Travel, but at the same time, I had a guest house that I was building. I opened doors in 2021, March. That's when I opened my first guest house, and it has been challenging because yes, the travelers were not traveling.
Yes.
But we had people that were going to work, and we had little visitors at the guest house. So it has been strenuous because the CTS Travel as a company suffered in terms because we're no longer taking people to Mozambique, and we are used to going to Mozambique every 2 weeks before COVID-19. But lately, that was the suffering of the CTS Travel, but there was something better that was coming up, that is the guest house.
Yeah, are you finding that people have gained that appetite back to travel? Are you seeing that in the guest house through what CTS offers? What are the trends that you're seeing at the moment?
It picked up sometime last year. Yeah. We started traveling again. This month we've already had 2 trips where the ladies get away in August, and we had another school tour at the same time in August for Durban. So we've seen a lot of travelers booking, even the guest house getting full. We now have a contractor staying with us for 10 months. So yeah, things are picking up, and there's a lot of tours lined up, and yeah, the people are starting to regain financially, and also being stable in their pockets, whereby they're able to book with us. We've seen a lot of supporters coming in, those that have traveled with us coming back again. So yeah, it has been you can see that there are changes. We can see that COVID is there, but still people have recovered financially after losing monies and all that. So yeah.
Yeah. How are you dealing with load shedding? I assume the guest house needs to continuously run. I assume it comes at a cost.
Yeah, it does. The expense of running a generator, it's expensive. I've also went to load shedding lights. At least the people have lights at the guest house. So it's something that you have to work with at the current stage. And I think everyone understands. I've been traveling as well. There are some places where you don't find electricity at all. They'll give you those mini lights just to switch on. So we have been working with a generator and those emergency lights.
Yeah. Tell us about the award then, and how it came to be that you were a recipient, but also what it means for you as a business person and advancing yourself as a woman, but also as a business in the tourism industry, which before COVID was very saturated. Many businesses, tour providers, and so were influxed in the industry.
The award came in as a pat in the back for me, and it came at the right time. Let me say it came at the right time. I just had an event to the Goma Cultural Festival with no funding. And with no funding, I even told my banker and the people that are mentoring me in business to say, we are breaking the banks, we are doing everything so that we can make sure that the event goes well. So to me, I didn't even know I was nominated up until when I saw, I'm on an Africa travel group.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tour operators, DMCs in that group. And I see winners being announced there. And I saw my name. And then I was like, who nominated me? Out of excitement, I'm like, hey. And there's a guy from Zimbabwe that I'm with there. He said, I nominated you when I requested your details long time ago. So it came, I even cried on that day because it came, I was on a stressful situation. I have an event going on with no money in my pocket, with no funding. And it became a successful event. So after this, during that stressful time, you get a nice pat in the back to say, we see what you're doing, we see what you are working on, and we really appreciate you. So to me, it was like, keep on doing the great work. Keep pushing, because it's not easy. Sometimes we don't even have salaries. We don't pay ourselves as business people. But this came in, this is just, for me, a cherry on top, and to say, keep on doing what you're doing, keep on inspiring people. I'm here today to tell the world that it is possible. From someone from a rural village of Bushbuckridge to owning CTS Travel, owning all those things that I have now, it is through perseverance. It's 6 years in the business, but I see God's grace all the time, and I appreciate all my supporters. I appreciate everyone who supports the business. We grow. I remember there's a lady in Venda. She came when I was only operating with 4 bedrooms.
Yes.
Only. The other rooms were just open with windows and curtains, but only 4 rooms were operating. I'm sure where she is, she was like, I know that woman. And I saw when I went there, when she started, there was not even paving on the ground. But now there's improvement, because whatever that we do, we build up to making sure that we keep to the standard where everyone can appreciate the business that we offer.
So then what does the award, but also just the hard work you and your team have put in to both businesses, the guest house and the tour operator business, what opportunities does it unlock for you? What more will it allow you to do as a business person? Or do you feel like you've got your plate full at the moment?
Not actually. There's a lot of things that I will want the world to see and appreciate what we do. There's people in Bushbuckridge that we want, everyone who's watching, that can fund, that can make sure that we grow the economy of Bushbuckridge. The reason why we did the Goma, it is because we wanted to showcase the culture and heritage. So for them, coming to our events, coming to see what we offer, it shows that there's something better that we can do. I always advocate for myself and the people at home, because I'm the deputy chairperson of Bushbuckridge Tourism. There's a lot of land there. We need to ensure that we grow Bushbuckridge. The investors that are there, they must come to us and inquire, so that we can ensure that there's money circulating in Bushbuckridge. This award is not only for me. I even said it to the Bushbuckridge LED manager, Mr. Nyemba. I said that this award, I owe it to Bushbuckridge, because a lot of things I've learned when I was within the organization. I was willing to learn how the industry works, because I just came from Department of Health and went to the industry because I was traveling. I knew what travelers want.
Yes.
I knew what I want when I travel. So that is what I was offering. But under the municipality, under the leadership of the municipality, we learned a lot, because we had capacity building workshops. That's why I'm saying this award is not only for me. It is for the people in Bushbuckridge who have supported us in all our programs, who have went with us in different situations that we have been. And to me, I owe it to everyone who has supported me from the beginning up until now.
Yeah. And then finally, and very briefly, if you would, are there any interesting lessons South African tourism space could learn from tourism in Zimbabwe or any of the other African countries you visited? Something you think South Africa could actually learn from that?
We need to welcome our visitors.
We are welcome.
I think one important thing that the whole country needs to know is greetings. You don't know how important a greeting is.
Yes.
When you greet someone, they automatically feel welcome. I've been to so many countries, and other people are being taught how to handle international guests or how to handle tourists that are coming to your country. I think we need more of that, and the Department of Tourism as a whole department, they need to also, and even SA Tourism, they need to make sure they put our marketing in South Africa on top.
Yeah.
Each and every SMME does not even need 100K in cash. Some of them are in need of just a marketing space where their products will be showcased to the world. When we go to Zanzibar and when we get there, we get to Stone Town, like, this is like a Marabastad, but the way they've marketed it, you'll run and you want to go to Stone Town or to Zanzibar because of how they've marketed it. So I'm like, why can't we do it here in South Africa so that we teach all our people to welcome people, to ensure that our tour operators or our travel practitioners, let me call them that, they are well marketed, because our African brothers are so passionate.
Yes.
I have friends in Zambia, I have friends in Uganda. They are very passionate about the industry. We must not even see it as a business. We must see it as something that will grow the next person, because what you build today, it might not be for you only, it might be for the next person. Like even the people that you employ at work, it's for them as well. It's not for us as business people. We might want the money, we might want the empires that we're building, but it's not for us. It's for the people that will employ and grow the industry.
Thank you so much for such a wonderful conversation.
Thank you so much for having me.
That is Tebogo Shirindzi joining us in studio today to speak about her journey as an entrepreneur, the award that she's won, but also just tourism and the potential that it has to drive growth here in South Africa.